Okay, so in this problem, we're looking at the curves of sine and cosine. So the sine is the green curve right here. And remember, it just goes back and forth between 0, 1, 0, -1, back to 0, and so on forever and ever. Same thing with cosine. Cosine's the red curve. And I apologize for these drawings. They're not very good. It's hard to write on this whiteboard in this situation. But you can see that they make these regions where the two curves intersect. And these occur over and over and over. They're all the exact same size. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to find the area of one of these regions right here. So we have to find where this intersects, because we need to know this point right here where it starts. We need to know where it ends. So it turns out this is pi over 4, and that's 5 pi over 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the integral from pi over 4 to 5 pi over 4. Sine's on top, so we're going to take sine of x minus the cosine of x dx. Okay, so easy enough to integrate. The integral of sine is cosine. Or I'm sorry, the integral of sine is negative cosine. And the integral of negative cosine is negative sine. We want to evaluate that from pi over 4 to 5 pi over 4. Okay, so pretty simple to integrate. We're going to go ahead and throw these points in there. So the first curve is going to be negative cosine of 5 pi over 4 minus the sine of 5 pi over 4. And then we're going to subtract from that the second curve, or the second, the bottom of this thing. And that's going to be minus cosine of pi over 4 minus the sine of pi over 4. Now we just got to figure out what all this stuff is. So this right here is the square root of 2 over 2 minus, this is negative square root of 2 over 2. And then we're going to subtract. This is negative square root of 2 over 2 minus square root of 2 over 2. Okay, so we can go ahead and do a little bit of algebra here, and two negatives make a positive. We can distribute this negative sign in here, make both those positive. So this ends up being 2 square root of 2 over 2 plus another 2 square root of 2 over 2. And the 2's cancel and the 2's cancel here, so I just get square root of 2 plus square root of 2, which is 2 square root of 2 square units. And that is the area between those two curves. I'm just going to go ahead and leave the square root of 2 because that's the exact answer. If you needed to know what it was in a decimal, you just use your calculator to figure out what that is.